so I'm guessing families here. 8 years old, and just well, we're off to a good start. Real good start, you know? Here, I gotta go to headquarters and get this lineup. Okay, sir. Nice to meet you. I'm just acting Phil. So, it's a young lady. She's the baby. She has your baby.
Rain isn't over. Newsman on the TV tells me there's gonna be thunder crashing over me. I'm running for cover. Footsteps on the concrete beneath me. They're cheering me onwards with that simple melody. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Oh, if I find it inside, I can learn how to shine. I can shine it through the rain. I can be somebody's rain.
The word of God is refreshing, just like your water. That's y'all move. Sorry. Oh my goodness, triplets. I think I got it. Look at the screen. Don't it look like I'm moving? I've seen the black blur out. Not only the black blur out, I got my dimensions. You see how it's kind of like.
It's like one of those advertisements for like.
But I've been feeling prayed out, trying to find a way out. God, I need your help now. Come show me. I've been trying to run away, feel like going in my head. Can't keep going back to what I used to know. Lord, please hold my hand as I go down this road. Can't keep going.
Praise the Lord, everybody, and welcome back to another vlog. Y'all, it has been quite some time since the last time I talked to y'all, and quite a bit of things have been happening. God has truly been moving. I've been saying this year is going to be the year that I reap everything that I've sown, and I don't mean financially only, but for all the trials that I've been going through, the long suffering, the enduring, being obedient even when it hurts, just so many tears. I look at 2025 and I just see so many tears, and it's not necessarily sadness, because in all of it I grew, and I'm so grateful for everything that I went through. But when I look back at 2025, I was really stretched, and there were many tears and a lot of transformation. I've been saying that this is the year that God is going to blow my mind. He is going to reward us for everything that we've endured. The year started off good, girl. And I remember being at the retreat and I was just like, God, we never get a raise. I don't want to ask for a raise. Can you move? Not a raise, a bonus. But I wanted God to put it on my boss's heart to give us a bonus. Hey, when I tell you we got a nice little bonus, I did not have to ask for it. I'm telling you, it was, oh, the Lord is just so good. And more than the money, I was excited, I was grateful, and it increased my faith to know that you have not because you ask not. And when you ask in faith that God is gonna move. Don't, God, I hope you just hear me. No, God, I want a bonus. I don't want to ask. Can you move on my boss's heart to give us a bonus? Boom, bonus. Okay, I don't think that was coincidence. I've been there 3 years. I have not gotten a bonus. So for me to ask that and turn around, God blessed us, put it on this man's heart to give us a nice bonus. That was nobody but God. And I'm not going to let the enemy or my own mind take away that glory that God moved for not only me, but for my co-workers. Let me tell you something. You can change the whole atmosphere of your job, of your family. People can be blessed because of you. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve it. They absolutely deserved it. But for me, I take it personal. I went to God and asked God to allow us to put it on this man's heart to give us a bonus. And I didn't ask just for myself. I said, God, we work really hard. Boom, bonus. God did it. He moved. Not long after that, God instructed me to give. I pay my tithes, but he told me to give more. And the more that he asked for was like a faith more. Like, all right, hey, I'm gonna give more, God, but yeah, hey, all right, God, I'm gonna give more. Like, I'm gonna be obedient, but the number you said, okay. I felt as if God is asking me to do this, then he is not going to only give it back, pressed down, shaken together, running over. But even if it doesn't come back monetarily, girl, even if he don't give the money back, that he would bless me or Trev in our spirit and our health, bless our children. I knew that it wasn't in vain. So I gave it and I didn't even think about it. Why not? Well, it was on a Sunday. Maybe the next Monday or Tuesday, the following Monday or Tuesday, we get a letter in the mail from our mortgage company saying that there was an overpayment to our mortgage for the year of 2000. Now granted, this ain't never happened that I can recall. Maybe once, and it was like $50 or something. Tell me why the amount that was given back to us was more than what God had asked me to give in our offering. Let me tell you something. The way I was dumbfounded, I was speechless. I could not believe. And quick like that. I was not looking for money. Listen, if I give it, I know it's coming back, and I'm looking for it to come back in my mental health, my spiritual health. However, like, I'm not always looking for money because money comes and goes. But the fact that he blessed Trev and I with the money more than what he asked us to sacrifice, all of these things just increase my faith. It's not about the money, but it shows me that obedience is rewarded, y'all. And if God is asking you or telling you to do something, do it. It doesn't make sense to everybody. Hey, sometimes it ain't gonna make sense to you, but if God is saying do it, he is challenging your faith. And do you believe in God, or do you believe in the comfort of your finances? And it may not be finances, it may be something else, but whatever he's telling you to do, obey it. Oh baby, the testimony don't stop right there. You hear me? In addition to them saying that we had the overpayment, they also said that they were going to reduce our monthly mortgage. Because at one point in the year, I remember telling God, do you see this mortgage keep going up? Like, why is the mortgage going up and we have a fixed rate? Like, what's really happening? God, do you see this? But we kept paying faithfully, whatever, but it just showed me even in that God hears even those small conversations that you have with him. I didn't ask God to decrease our monthly mortgage. No, I didn't ask him for that. But they said they were going to decrease it. Baby, they didn't decrease it by $20, $30. My husband and I have been in our house for 13 years. These people reduced our mortgage to $50 more than what it was 13 years ago. You cannot tell me that was not God. We get a refund, and I know that's how escrow works, whatever. But we've been paying this amount for probably, the mortgage kept going up, but overall, it's been going up for like the last 2 or 3 years, and it had jumped a few $100s. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. But to see that God is so intentional. Oh my goodness. When it seems like he's not there, when it seems like he's not listening, when things seem hard, y'all know how hard and rough last year was for me. Listen, God truly is moving. And I said it. I was like, I don't know why I feel it in my bones. This year is going to be the year that we reap everything that we sow. Not only financially, but all the tears that we were sowing, the obedience that we have. God is going to reward us. And I truly believe that. Good Lord is showing up and showing out for Mikey and Trevor George. And I just want to thank the Lord openly and publicly for all the things that he is doing for us, because we seek him in secret and he is rewarding us openly. I'm just so grateful. I mean, ain't nothing like this life, y'all. What else? Something else happened I wanted to tell y'all about. So much has been going on. What else happened? Oh, hey, hallelujah. Y'all, so my boss came back in and he met with everybody again. And there were a few things that I was frustrated about. And by frustration, I don't mean like angry, but things that I felt like could be better. I had talked to him and he had planned to come in and talk to everybody. So when he came in the next day, he sat in with us again one-on-one. So he was like, you know, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, you know what? I don't want to talk about anything. I was like, everything is so much better. You know, we're working together better as a team. Things are flowing. I said, so the very minute things, the minute things that I wanted to kind of bring up and address, it's not even important or necessary to address them. And then I started telling him, I'm just talking like I be talking to y'all. And I'm like, and I just see that instead of complaining about all these minute things, that what I'm doing is I'm challenging myself to see how, one, I can make that thing better. And if I can't make it better, how can it make me better even when it's not a good situation? And I said a few more things. I was just talking about my character and how I wanted to grow. Girl, I just went on a tangent, sitting in there having a good time just talking to my boss. Y'all, at the end of what I said, he looked at me and told me, "You sound like a preacher." Sir, what? What did you just say? He kind of laughed. He said, "You sound like a preacher." And in my mind, he may not even know why he said that, y'all. He may not know why he said that, probably just, but in that moment, God reminded me of where I was mentally, spiritually, only a few months ago. Feeling like I wanted to walk out on my job. I had areas, had times that I had fallen and didn't respond right. I had so much anger and just rage in my heart. I had so much anger and rage in my heart. And if you're new here, in that time, God told me that he was bringing me through a season where he would teach me how to love. You have to go back and watch those videos where I testify. But to hear him say that and know, y'all, that I was being truthful when I said I had nothing to talk about. Even though there were things that 6 months ago I would have blew the roof off the building about, I was like, I don't have anything to talk about. I had a true peace and a true joy, and just, it's like I just felt nothing but love. Help me. I had to gather myself. Okay, so yeah, I sat with him, and the only thing I felt like was just love and peace, and it was truly an amazing feeling, seeing where God has brought me from in such a short period of time because of obedience, because of suffering, because of carrying and bearing my own cross, meaning that I was crucifying my own feelings, my own flesh, my own reactions, my own mindsets as it pertains to wanting to defend myself, feeling like I was being done wrong and wanted to speak up for myself, but rather letting the word of God shape my responses and my behaviors. It did not feel good. But when you think about it, it doesn't feel good physically to be crucified. It wouldn't feel good to be crucified physically. So that tells me that crucifixion for us it is not going to feel good. It's going to go against everything that you want to do, everything that you want to say. That's why this is a suffering way. You must deny yourself. Who was it? Paul said, I die daily. Do y'all know what that really meant? That meant the things that man probably wanted to do, like he died to himself, his own ways, characters, and things that weren't in alignment to God, and he picked up his cross, meaning he suffered in order to be an example of what a Christian looks like, and not just for people to see and validate, but so that God could look at himself, look at Paul and say, this is my son in whom I'm well pleased. Like, we want that same thing. Welcome in, my good and faithful servant, because you have done what I've asked you to do. You are a light. You show people the way. You didn't just quote scriptures, but you lived a life that showed people how to be pleasing unto me, and show people how to allow my word to transform them from one particular way to another. That is supposed to be all of our testimony. I just was so proud of myself in that moment. For my boss, who, again, I mean, anybody can be a Christian, right? Whatever. But for my boss, I don't know what religion he worships or whatever. Like, I see the different murals or the different things in his office that look like something from India. I'm not sure. But for him to say that showed me that in that moment, what he was seeing was that I was a light. And he saw that it was something different about me and the way that I had responded before. God allowed him to say that to even encourage me. In the moment, I was like, God spoke through this man, because he reassured me, keep going. Those are my testimonies so far. I know that they're going to keep coming. I do not know what's next, but this is my year, y'all. This is me and Trev's year. I'm telling y'all, I feel it in my bones. This is our year. God is going to continue to show up and blow our mind. The sun is like really tearing my eyes up, so I'm going to have to put on my glasses. So, yeah. Right now, I am headed to the orthodontist. Oh, I hope today is the day that we get my braces off, because I'm sick of them. I'm so sick of these braces. I took a half day at work so that I can make it to my appointment. After the appointment, I plan on getting some sushi. I'm going to treat myself to sushi. Yeah, y'all know I try to do well, y'all don't know that, but I try to treat myself to sushi at least once a month. And I just go sit with myself, and then I'll be headed to pick up my kids. All right, once I get to this stoplight, I am going to check back with y'all after my orthodontist appointment. The traffic is horrendous. Horrendous. Praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome back to another vlog. Today I have to do some running to prepare for Ava's birthday. I'm gonna grab Ava a few gifts from Harwin. I do have to stop and see my brother and my niece and my sister-in-law before I head out. Y'all, last night, I'm gonna tag her. My intention was to vlog, but it's so, ooh, girl, let me just take my time. Let me take my time. So when I was looking for somebody to do my hair, the girl that typically does my ponytails wasn't available. So I looked up on Instagram, New Orleans ponytails. I didn't find anybody that did them the way that I wanted to do it. Then I looked up Baton Rouge ponytails. I didn't see anywhere that I felt like, you know, was what I wanted, what I had in mind again. So I was like, well, I'm gonna look up Houston. I looked up Houston. I found a girl that did them how I wanted it, but when I reached out to her, she was like, oh, I'm not in Houston anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm really trying to get my hair done. And I don't know why, I just wanted to get my hair done so bad. I had just taken my my quick weave down, but I was like, I want to get my hair done this week in preparation for next week, because I wanted to do a date night with Trev. I didn't understand why I felt so pressed to get the hair done. Like, not that I was overwhelmed, but you know, kind of looking back at it, it was like, you know, why you felt so like you had to get your hair done. Anyway, you'll understand in a minute. So after the girl told me that she wasn't in Houston anymore, I was like, I'm gonna try one more time. So I put Houston ponytails, and I clicked this girl. And when I looked, she had one I think maybe two, I don't know, but she had one availability for this Thursday. Now, mind you, it's maybe Sunday, Monday. It may have been like Friday last week, I'm not sure. I clicked the hashtag, I booked the appointment. After I talked to Trev, he was like, yeah, cool, go ahead and get your hair done. I booked the appointment. Y'all, when I got there, She was the sweetest person ever, but the interaction that I had with her was so powerful. She shared testimonies with me. I shared testimonies with her. We was hugging each other, teary-eyed. She was telling me how she had been looking for a church, and it just goes to show you how how intentional God is. I was talking to Kayla, just telling her everything that, not everything that was said, but like overall the experience and how God had moved at that appointment. And I told her that it made me want to be so mindful of, just making sure I'm in the right place. I talked to her, I told Trev, about how I want to make sure I'm always in the right place, that I'm not carnal, that I'm not caught up in just the natural side of, oh yeah, I'm getting my hair done, which is how I was initially. But after God moved, I'm like, now I know why the other girls, when I clicked on the hashtag for the other locations, it just was not showing me what I wanted. You can look at it from a natural perspective and be like, oh yeah, they just didn't do them the way she wanted. When you think about the details, when God is in something, literally had an urge, like I gotta find the person that does this ponytails. When I shared that with Kayla, she was like, what's even more profound, is that God, over how long has it taken her to perfect that ponytail? And I was listening like, yeah, you're right. She was like, but just think, God taught her how to do a ponytail the way that it would, in a way that would catch your eye for the look that you were going for in 2026, so that when you saw it, you could book the appointment, and it wasn't, and the appointment didn't have nothing to do with hair, but it had everything to do with God talking to his child, God trying to get in touch with somebody that may have been looking for him. And I was like, man, when you think about it like that, on a scale that's just bigger than just this one appointment, how much time this girl has maybe put into perfecting this ponytail, and just being known for this thing that she has pretty much mastered, right? To know that it was not about the hair, but it was about God getting in touch with her, to connect her with people who were like-minded. And I just told her like where I came from, like, what my life used to be before God, how I gave up, even same-sex attraction. When you allow lust to come into your life, you could think that you wouldn't do certain things, or you wouldn't have a desire for certain things. But as with any sin, if you let the devil get in your car, the devil is going to want to drive. So you may start off saying, yeah, I just want to drink a little wine. I'm not going to do nothing too crazy. But now you popping Four Locos. You drinking those every day. You drinking wine every day. You run into it when you're sad, when you're happy. So you always finding a reason to drink the wine. It's like little things become really big, because all the devil needs is for you to open that door. And in me opening the door to lust, it made me start looking at certain women like, oh, you kind of remind me of a man. You kind of have a persona of a man. But that's how the enemy will trick you. And you will start to feel like, well, ain't nothing wrong with this. This is a person. This is an individual. Love is love. God is love. Taking, scripture all out of its context, because you want to justify doing the thing that you have the desire to do. And I just began to even open up my life to her about that, y'all. And I'm telling you, the way God moved. And I was telling her, you can be free from alcohol. And she didn't have all of these things. I was giving my testimony. But I was like, I told her that, I would promise God, I'm not going to drink no more, and I go back to drinking. I said I wasn't going to smoke weed no more, and I go back to smoking the weed. I said I wasn't going to be lustful, and I go back to lusting. I said that I wasn't going to do all these things, but because I didn't have the Holy Ghost, my heart's desire was, I don't want to do these things. But that's what bondage looks like. That's what it looks like to be yoked to something. God tells us that my yoke is easy, my burden is light. So what that tells me is that in this life, you're going to be able to choose whether you want to sin or not sin. And some things you may get entangled in, right, and can't get yourself free from. But he said, if you take upon my yoke, my walk, if you yoke yourself with me, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. So that tells me that if I'm yoked up with anything else, it's not going to be easy. The burden is not going to be light. It's going to be costly. It's going to cost me my peace. It's going to cost me my joy. It's going to make me do things that I don't want to do because I've yoked myself to the wrong thing. And I told her one of the testimonies about how I almost lost my mind. I am not supposed to be here today in my sound mind because I was fully possessed. Years ago when me and my friend was smoking weed, I don't know if y'all saw that, but I did testify about it before on here on my YouTube. And I also testified about it on my other platforms. But we were smoking and started hearing voices, all these things. At that time, my friend began to pray for me, because at the time I couldn't say Jesus because I was literally being tormented. And my friend would tell me, listen, you look like, she said, it looked like you were lifeless, like you were a corpse sitting up in front of me. There was nobody there. She would be calling my name, waving her hand. And I remember I was being drawn into this darkness. It was so black. Like I have never seen black like this. And I would come back to her, like to the light, and I would see her, and I was so scared. And I would try to say Jesus. I wanted to say it, and it's like those spirits would twist up the word, my tongue. I know this could sound crazy, but y'all, if it wasn't true, I wouldn't tell y'all. And I gotta lay it out here like this is what it is. And all this came from us smoking weed. And I remember the voices saying, this is the night we're going to take you out. And they saying all this different stuff. And people going to say that you went crazy, said that you smoked a bad batch of weed. Like, I'm telling you, torment me. I could not say Jesus. But when she started saying it, and I was testifying to the young lady that did my hair, I was like, whenever she said Jesus, the scream that these spirits screamed, oh my goodness. Even though they screamed this scream of so much fear, it brought me so much peace, because I knew that I was going to be okay, because she was praying and saying the name. I'm telling y'all, I am not supposed to be here today in my right mind. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. I need to try my mic out. Let me see if I can find my mic. Nope, I cannot. I'm over here. Oh Lord, just fell down. All right, let me see. Boom. Whatever. So y'all, I'm over here at, I'm here in the line for 7 Brew Coffee. I'm trying to see if I can hook this up so y'all will be able to hear me better. Hold on, girl. Talking to y'all earlier, I don't really know how we ended, but my parents are here. My dad took Denim to his practice this morning. My mom stayed home with Ava because they like to lounge around. So I was able to run out and do some last minute errands for Ava's birthday and just some things that I needed. I had a great shopping day. It's been a while since I just went in the stores and shopped, but it was good because everything that I needed, kind of in the back of my mind knowing that I needed, I found it today for a really good price. I'm still practicing having temperance and girl, give myself $100 a week, and that does include gas. So I don't want to just be swiping my card. I was talking to our financial advisor, and they recommended to stop using cash, stop using your card as much as you could for a period of time, and just give you and live off cash, because you have more of an emotional connection to cash than you do your card. When you see your money leaving and getting lower after every purchase, you pay more attention to if a purchase is necessary or not. And since I've been practicing that, it is so true. I had just say $150. Well, if I would have swiped my card, I wouldn't have cared. I would have just been swiping and just happy to have my purchase. But because I paid with cash, I was like, well, wait a minute. This is what I say, 50. This is $50 and I don't have but 150. Oh no, like I don't need this, I don't need that. So I put a few things back, but the things that I got, I didn't need them. I'll do a little haul whenever we get back to the house and show y'all everything that I got. But it was a really good day, a really good shopping day. I'm bringing this hair back because since when is hair store hair like for bohemian braids $50 a pack? $50? What is wrong with y'all? Girl, $59 for this Empire bulk hair, and you get two little whoop-de-woos of the hair. $60 is insane. I want my money back. Absolutely. Run me my coins. I want my money back. So I'm bringing this back, and after that, we're gonna head home. We're gonna get crawfish later. I cannot wait. They have this new crawfish place that we went to, y'all. It is so good. If you're in Louisiana or from Louisiana, girl, say hey in the comments, girl. Let me connect with my cousins, girl.
Nah, we cousins.
Me running here. I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna head home. All right. Baby, I thought that was my daddy. All right. Now we are $65 richer and headed to the house. I really wanted to I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx really quick. I'm looking for like a console. I also need a console organizer, even if it's a little bag. If y'all know somewhere I can get that, please drop it down in the comments. But something to keep everything neat in my console. Right now it's just kind of it's all thrown in there all over the place, and I cannot stand that. I'm such a neat freak. That has been driving me absolutely insane. So I probably should check Hobby Lobby too. I'm gonna check Hobby Lobby, but I'm gonna first go to TJ Maxx because they'll probably have it before Hobby Lobby. What y'all been doing? I feel like I'm at a red light. What y'all been doing? I feel like it's been so long, girl. So it's probably been so long since I recorded, other than yesterday. I don't know if y'all gonna know it based on how the video comes out. So what has been messing me up is I typically record, transfer all my videos to my phone, and I edit on my phone. Well, in an effort to decrease my screen time, we're all working on not scrolling so much, not being on YouTube and all those things as much. So I don't want it to look to my children as if I'm still on it and like I'm being a hypocrite. So I started trying to edit on my computer. That takes so long. It's just not the same process to upload and to switch and transfer whatever. That takes long for me to edit and get things precisely. That takes long. Oh, God forbid I want to add some effects. Girl, that'll take me 2 weeks. So y'all forgive me when the vlog does come out. The one that I'm working on now is going to come out probably tomorrow, Sunday. Girl, but listen. Either I'm gonna have to go back to my phone and find a better time for me to do it when my children aren't around. But this here, y'all ain't gonna get a vlog for, it's gonna take me 2 months to create a vlog at the rate that we going with this computer. And ain't nobody got time for that. So Burlington is here and TJ Maxx, I'm gonna go in TJ Maxx and just be done with it. Is TJ Maxx over here? Oh, girl, I was gonna say TJ Maxx ain't even over here. So I'm gonna run in here. I'm not going to Hobby Lobby. If it's not in here, I'm gonna have to find it on Amazon, or I'm gonna be dependent on y'all to drop the link to what I need, because I'm not going to another store. There's so many people out here. I can't wait to get to my house. All right, y'all. Love y'all. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, 1 2 1 2 check. Mic 1 check. What is it? Mic check 1 2 1 2 mic check. Did not find what I was looking for in Burlington. My lips feel so dry. Yeah, did not find what I was looking for in Burlington, y'all. So I'm gonna have to look for it on Amazon. I'm also check out AliExpress for those console organizers, and maybe I should just look up travel clear bag and not console organizer, because that does not seem to be bringing up what I need. Anyway. We are done. I have the cake. I got my final things for Ava. I need to actually call and place the order for her real cake for Monday. I probably should do that now. Let me see. Let me see if I can call these people. So yeah, let's see if we can call them. I'm at a red light, so don't be judging me. Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me, girl. Ava might not even want that. I better just calm down. Because if I spend my good dollars and she don't eat it, we're not buying that. We're not getting that. Now I know, I just see.
Gone all the days I'm chasing after what won't last. I'm done with building these castles that crumble like sand.
All right, y'all, we have made it home. I actually already recorded this. Completely forgot to disconnect my microphone from my camera, so y'all couldn't hear one thing. I'm so glad that I caught it so I could shut it down and re-record it. So we have made it home. I'm gonna show y'all really quick what I got from Marshall's. I'm gonna hold up, whenever I hold the items up, I'll hold them up for like 3 seconds or something. If you do not have the Google app, go ahead and download the Google app. Listen, for all the people that gatekeep and don't want to share where they're getting their stuff from, I don't even have to ask. I can pause a reel, screenshot the reel, upload it to Google, upload it to the Google Photos, and literally have what I need or get the information I need within seconds. And because I don't gatekeep from y'all, definitely download the Google app, and whatever you see that you like, you can always screenshot it, upload it again, and go purchase it. So the first thing that I got, y'all, I am so excited about these shoes. All right, let me put one of them down. So, okay, I'm gonna hold it for y'all. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. You know, I love y'all because I could actually link these and probably get like a percentage off whatever, however that goes. I don't even feel like doing all that. I'm just gonna let you do it, girl. Eventually, maybe, possibly, I'll start doing that. But today, girl, you know I don't like linking stuff. All right, so this is from a brand called Cushionaire. I had never heard of them before, but these are really comfortable. I tried them on, of course, in the store. They're super comfortable. They feel better than On Clouds, and I know On Clouds are supposed to be known for being really soft and comfortable. Mine were not. So, yeah, Cushionaire. Don't know like the name of the specific shoe, so just upload it. Boom, done. So I specifically took a picture or got some footage of this while we were in Sephora. Okay, so let me put it back. I purposely got a picture of this because when we were in Sephora, I wanted to be reminded. In Sephora, this is $30. In Marshall's, I got it for $12, so more than half off. This is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I just grabbed this really quick. This is the one that I most recently got. It's the one size rich peach. Can y'all see this? Girl, just know it's rich peach. I don't want to keep fighting with this camera. One size rich peach is really good when I want to look matte and have that HD look in person. It's really good when you want to look like you have on makeup, but like a flawless makeup. On days like today where I didn't even put on any foundation, I just put concealer on a few of the spots and blemishes that I have, and then I put some under my eye and did a little bit of eyeliner. Where days like this where I want to look really natural, I need something like this translucent powder just to make sure I don't get really oily. Now I have this now, but I've also been using this, and I have it in the big size. TikTok runs a lot of promotions. I got this on promotion, and I also got this as well as one of the big size. It came together. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it was like for the combination, I paid half for the combination that I would have paid for just the larger bottle. But again, this is the mattifying waterproof setting spray by One Size, and then a rich peach setting powder. All right, and then again the translucent. So they had like 20 of these in Marshall's for $12, and like I said, the same thing in Sephora for $30. So girl, do not buy this from Sephora before you go and check Marshall's. Okay, this is another one. I didn't buy this today, just something that I got on TikTok for a really good deal. It's the Too Faced Born This Way butterscotch. Now I have the travel size one, but it also came in a combo for the same kind of deal where I got this one and a large size one or a regular size one. The combination together was cheaper than me buying the regular size Too Faced in the butterscotch. So now I have 3. I love this concealer. If you're looking for concealer, definitely try this, but just do the research. Whenever I looked on TikTok, I was looking for girls that were about my skin color, and I used their recommendations and they hit the nail on the head. So this is really good concealer. All right, so moving right along, I got the Anastasia Beverly Lash Duo Lengthened and Volumizing Mascara Set, and I got this for $16. $16. So that was a good deal. And what else did I get? Oh, yes. So I got this Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray. When you finish your makeup, it's your setting spray that gives you a dewy look if you don't want to do matte. But I saw some people do both. Like, I don't really know how that go, but they'll put matte and then they'll put a little bit of dewy over it. Girl, to each his own. I don't know that I'll be doing that. I might try it and just see if I like the results. But this is what it looks like. But it's just like gonna give you a nice dewy, glowy look. Oh yeah, but again, I got this for $8 and online I think it was $30. Yeah, I think it was $30 on Amazon. Because while I'm in the store, I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking them up on TikTok. I know those people probably looking at me like, what is that girl doing? But I'm in there looking it up on TikTok to see what the recommendation is, to see what the reviews are. And then I also will look it up on like Amazon, because sometimes Marshalls will put things as if they're a deal and like you'll see the sale price, but it's like $3 or $4 off. Like, girl, for $3 or $4, I mean, $3 or $4 is good to save, but I can wait if it's only $3 or $4. This here, I had to get it because it was more than half off. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Hydro Setting Spray. I also got another foundation brush. It was nothing special about that. It was only $6, and I really needed a good flat tip brush like this. If y'all can see it. I don't want to mess up the settings. But it's, girl, let me just show y'all. As if I have a lot of memory left on this memory card and I'm playing around. So this brand is Japonesque, Japonesque. If I didn't say that right, girl, forgive me. My Lord. So a brush like this. So like a flat tip brush like that. For my foundation, because when I use my fluffy foundation brush, sometimes it puts, I don't know, it don't go on as smooth as I would like it. So I wanted that one so I could be more precise when I put my foundation on. These ain't gonna look like much here, but when I tried them on, y'all, so good. Like, they're the thicker material. They're like, it's called Yogalicious, but they both look about the same color, but this one's like a light gray and this one's cream. It's showing up more white here, but it's like slightly thick but super stretchy. I needed this. I've been wanting to get it. Then I got this just to put my makeup and stuff in my purse. And again, to try to be organized. So that's done. What else did I get, girl? Oh, and then I got like a little Lululemon dupe in the little jackets that y'all will typically see me in. I have the Lululemon brand in the green, but I was like, I don't really feel like spending money on a black one because I'm sure somebody have a black one. Marshalls came through, and this was only $15. Then I just got some eyeliners because mine are dried out and look at the mess. You probably seen it in the video if it was close enough when I was in the car that it started like fading on the ends. I was like, you know what, girl, get some more eyeliner. Okay, and then I got a brown shirt similar to the other two that I have. That packet or that set was $20, and then this one I think was $13. This one was $13. Super soft, stretchy, but a little thickness to it, so it's a really good quality. Then I got some other things. I'm transitioning like undergarments to cotton, or at least 98% cotton, as much as I can, because I want to get away from polyester and all these other materials that, after doing research, is just not good for me. I've been on a be natural type kick. I haven't gotten rid of everything yet, but slowly transitioning. We're gonna get us a water filter for our water because I'm not drinking any bottled water anymore. After learning about microplastics and things, I've heard it. My mom knew about it. She told me a long, long time ago, but I was just hard-headed thinking that my mom was just being dramatic. But she was not being dramatic. Now that I'm older, I'm seeing all the research. Just wanting healthier options for my children too. So in addition to the water, in addition to our undergarments, I am trying to eat cleaner and get meat from a local butcher. We found a Hispanic store out here that sells all the different meats, oxtails and things like that, that we would typically get from another place that's local, but I just didn't trust that their food was as pure and healthy and clean as it should be. When we went to the Hispanic place, they have their fruit and y'all know what I said. It just died. I have got to get me another memory card because this is really getting on my nerves. What was I talking about, girl? Oh, trying to eat clean. So yeah, slowly but surely we're trying to convert to a more natural lifestyle. And I don't know if I shared this before, but I also will go for a certain period without eating meat. Maybe a week. I say eat. Sometimes I completely stop eating meat for like a week, week and a half. But then other times I just cut back on the type of meat that I eat, and I eat more fruit, vegetables. And in addition to fasting regular, I just try to detox my body. But yeah. That is all I have to show y'all today. I know y'all see this ponytail. I know y'all see this ponytail. I'm about to start cleaning up to try to get that out of the way. So once we eat our crawfish, we can all just hang and I don't have to worry about that. So if I don't talk to y'all later on tonight, I will see y'all tomorrow.
This is, oh.